Hey y'all. Um, I wanted to come and make a video in real time because I believe that this is going to help potentially free somebody else. I started to like, oh, let me just get myself together to get on camera, but I'm gonna give it to you real and raw. Because I never wanted to be so pomp and circumstance, right? Um, but it's so important that we as parents heal. Um, Many of you may not know. I think I've vaguely talked about it, and I'm gonna do better about telling my story. But one of the main events that shattered my life but shifted the trajectory of my life was losing the love of my life, right? At 23 years old, I was a mom of a newborn, and I was in a relationship with the love of my life that I had been in a relationship with for like almost 10 years, right? And he was tragically killed. Our son had just turned 9 months old the day before. We went from talking about getting our lives together, looking at rings, all of these things, right? And he was tragically killed, shot and gunned down in his friend's front yard. And for a long time, I was broken. I was bitter. I was angry. I wanted revenge. I didn't think the justice system was enough. I wanted blood for blood, eye for eye, okay? I hated these people. I hated what they did. I hate what they took, and I hated what they represented. And it took me an intentional journey of honestly 4 years of not just getting over the anger and the frustration and the hate of them, but digging through the parts of Paris, the parts of me that this death unearthed, right? And so I'm sharing that with you today because my 9-year-old, who has lived most of his entire life, not most of his life, his entire life with only just me. I'm not saying he has not had, my male family members present in his life, but he has lived his entire life with just me, with no father. And he comes in because he was doing his devotion time. As you see, I'm in my prayer closet and I'm trying to do my devotion time. He comes in, he says, "Mom, I'm reading Exodus and I have a question." So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking it's a Bible question. And he says, "Is it okay for me to want revenge for the people that killed my father?" And I just dropped everything that I was doing because I was not expecting that, but my heart dropped because I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that I am in a healed place to have a healthy conversation with my son. And I said, "Landon, it's okay for you to be angry. It's okay for you to even be angry at them and want justice, but it's not okay for you to want revenge." I said, because revenge is a slippery slope. It'll change you into a person that you never meant to become because you're blinded by anger and rage and fury. And you're focusing so much on the other person that you lose sight of who you are. I said, but it's okay for you to want justice and to know that vengeance is the Lord's. And so he asked me, he's like, "Are you not angry?" And I said, "Yes, I'm angry for you. I'm angry that this happened to you. I'm angry that you have to go through this part of your life. But I have resolved because I know that God wastes nothing. And even as a child, you're going to have a story that transcends nations that I can't even comprehend." And so, as he cries in my lap, I'm thanking God that I did not die, that I did not die in it, and that I did not give up when hell wanted nothing more for me to be blinded by rage, by anger, by resentment, and to leave my child an orphan when it got too hard. Because of this moment, I get to save the next generation. His feelings are valid, but I need him to have the right scope because, again, you can be doing the right thing the wrong way. And if you're not careful, the enemy will use you, just as he's used these three people that had a tainted heart to do this to a man. He wasn't perfect, but he was someone's son. He was somebody's love. He was somebody's father. you know? And so I'm sharing this because in that moment, God showed me how we're responsible for the next generation. And just because when I grew up, I didn't have the spiritual insight and revelation or wherewithal to know certain things and to be guided through certain things, I refused to live my life by what I knew. I wanted to seek more. I wanted to heal. And because I healed, I'm able to soothe and help heal my child in a space that I saw no light in. This is how we come against the agenda of the enemy, right? Is that we just keep fighting. And then it was also how God reminded me about being a warrior. Like, man, I really didn't die in that. I did not just survive it, because for so long I hated that I survived that moment. Like, there was so much guilt for so many reasons, and now I get to raise this beautiful life. Did I intend to do it alone? No, but I get to see this beautiful life grow and develop, and he is extraordinary. And I'm not saying that because he's mine. I'm saying it because it's true. He's truly marked and chosen by God, and I'm just like, God, I don't even know what I did right to get this human. But I guess I just wanted to share that because I feel like so many times as a individual, but especially as a parent, we don't give ourselves enough acknowledgement of the trauma that we heal from, that of the intentionality that it takes to not repeat generational cycles, to know that we're raising good human beings, because we are good human beings. We are not our experiences. Yes, they shape us, but they are not our sole identity. And for so long, that situation was my identity because I did not know anything else. Like, I'm telling you, he was killed in 2015. I didn't probably get over survival's guilt until 4 years later. 4 years. And we don't talk enough about just grief in the Black community, for sure. And about how it's a journey, it's a process. And I'm just so glad that God didn't give up on me, because I needed this moment to know, like, it was not in vain. This situation happened to you, but God is going to work it for you. So parents, even if you're just a person that's been through trauma, there's somebody that needs the healed version of you. And it's hard. It seems like it's unfathomable and it's unfair for you to have to do the work to get through this. But I promise you, God wastes nothing. And when you make it to the other side and you see the impact on the next generation, whether it's in your household or somewhere in this earth, you'll be better because of it. You'll know that the hand of God has always been upon your life. And there was a reason that you could not die in it, that the grave did not have you and didn't deserve you before your time, because there was a greater calling for you to do and to fulfill in this earth. And so I'll probably be back with more, but I just wanted to get this out and just really encourage somebody. Baby, all of the hell and the warfare you done been through, it was not for nothing. It was not for nothing. You are a warrior, and those stripes are not just on your belt for victory. So, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Love you.